In today's video we're going to find out, is this already the cycle top, or could we expect a major pump towards the upside? Because yes, we could see that Bitcoin reached 89,000 US dollars. On some exchanges we broke the 90,000 US dollars, and this is just huge, guys. So is this the indication, this double top, that we could expect a major crash or even a consolidation? Or are we going to see that Bitcoin is coiling up and breaking towards the upside and once again going to form a new all-time high round about the 94,000 US dollars? And yes, guys, we're going to find out what we could expect in the immediate short term and when we could expect this major cycle top for Bitcoin. So we're going to look at the Bitcoin cycles, the previous cycles, but most importantly, guys, we're going to find out when we could expect this major pump for all of these altcoins, because yes, we saw some major gains over the previous week, and once again on the daily chart you're getting this massive opportunity to buy all of these coins where you missed the entry. Yes, we can see that all of these coins like Fetch, GRT, Nakamoto, Drift, they have gone down. So yes, once and for all, this is going to be your last opportunity to get in all of these coins before we could expect a major pump towards the upside. So if you want to find out when the cycle top for Bitcoin is going to be in and what we could expect in the immediate short term and when this major super cycle for the altcoins is going to start, you need to watch the video until the end. Smash up the like button and subscribe, but most importantly, guys, you need to be for crypto and you need to wake up exactly now. And yes, we're going to start on the daily chart of Bitcoin because we can see the previous all-time high exactly here, round about the 73,000 US dollars. We broke out from this major range and we saw this major pump all the way to a new all-time high. The price movement of Bitcoin exactly from this breakout from the previous major all-time high, which was created in March. This was a move of 22% all the way to a new all-time high. So yes, guys, it is absolutely normal that we are seeing that the price movement goes up in stairs, a pump, consolidation, pump, consolidation. This is just healthy for the overall market because yes, we can either see a consolidation over time. This means that the price movement consolidates in a certain price range, or we can see a consolidation over the price. This means that the price movement comes all the way back down, all the way to these moving averages. The 13 moving average on the daily chart is exactly at the price level of 76,000 US dollars. So ultimately, if we're going to take the Fibonacci retracement level from the previous low all the way to the highs, then we can see it perfectly lines up with a 61.8. And yes, this wouldn't be the end of the world if the price movement of Bitcoin comes all the way back down to this very important moving average and also to this retracement level, the 61.8, exactly at the levels of 75,000 US dollars. But I don't think this is going to happen. I do believe we're going to see a consolidation within this range, or even a pump all the way to my price target. So let's go even on the lower time frames before we're going to look at the weekly chart of Bitcoin. Because yes, on the 1 hour chart, we can see that Bitcoin formed a new all-time high and then we had this double top. Yes, a lot of people sold exactly here because they're in some major profits, and the 90,000 US dollars is a psychological round number. So yes, we could expect a small profit taking exactly within this zone. But guys, keep in mind, if you bought all the way down here or even all the way up here, you're not going to sell a single bit. Because remember what I always say, it is not about timing the market, it is about time in the market. And yes, guys, we're going to look at the Bitcoin cycles, but before that, let's find out what we could expect in the immediate short term, because Bitcoin is really coiling up within the symmetrical triangle. This is a bullish pattern, and the price target from the symmetrical triangle is calculated from the top all the way to the bottom of the symmetrical triangle. We're going to take the measured move and drag it all the way to the potential breakout point. Yes, my breakout point is exactly here because I do expect that the price movement of Bitcoin first needs to break the 13 moving average and come all the way back to this downward sloping trend. And as soon as we're going to break this trend towards the upside, we could expect this fast move, breaking the 90,000 US dollars and coming all the way up to the 94 to 93,000 US dollar level. But ultimately, guys, I do expect that this run is far from over because we're going to look at the Bitcoin cycles to first of all find out what we could expect, where we are in the cycle, and when we could expect this major cycle top. And guys, you're still extremely early, and if you want to buy all of these coins on the spot market we even traded with a leverage. Go down in the video description below and sign up to my free Telegram group. And yes guys, you need to sign up to BloFin, where you receive this major deposit bonus. And yes, keep in mind, this ends today, so make sure to go down in the video description below, sign up to BloFin, where you can buy all of these coins on the spot market. We even traded with a leverage without any KYC. And yes guys, if you want to copy all of my trades, because we are reckoning some major profits, go down in the video description below and sign up to my free Telegram group, where you'll find all the instructions how to join my Signal group, because we opened this trade on Doge and we are already up at the moment 46%. And yes guys, our take profit is all the way at the previous high. And yes, if you want to copy all of these trades and earn a passive income, go down in the video description below and sign up exactly now, because ultimately guys, we're also in this trade on Bitcoin, Solana, Dogecoin, and yes, I do believe this breakout is going to be imminent. So before we're going to look at all of the data, what we could expect from this bull cycle, we're first going to go on the weekly chart, because we broke out from this major manipulation, this major consolidation period. And yes guys, I've been telling you at all of these fearful moments that you should load up exactly here. And if you would have just bought Bitcoin all the way at these bottoms, guys, you would have been up already 55% just on Bitcoin alone. And remember that all of these altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin. But first of all, let's zoom out on the weekly chart, because we need to look at the previous cycle or the previous breakout from this major consolidation period that we had exactly a year ago, because afterwards we saw that the price movement just went up. On the weekly chart, we saw this major pump towards the upside exactly from the lows of this major consolidation period. We saw that the price movement of Bitcoin went up 96%. Yes, all the way to this next major consolidation. And remember, the price movement can either consolidate over time, consolidating in a certain range, or consolidation over the price. This means that we're going to see a fast move all the way back down to the moving averages, and then a fast recovery all the way back up. But guys, we need to zoom out even further, go all the way back to the previous cycle, because yes, exactly 4 years ago, we started with this parabolic run towards the upside, and we saw that the price movement of Bitcoin went only up. But even during a bull market, we are seeing this healthy retracement of around about 20% during this major run towards the upside. So don't be scared of the market if you're seeing that the overall crypto market is getting this healthy retracement, because at the moment on the 5-minute chart, even on the 15-minute chart, you can see that the coins are already recovering. We can see that Bonk went up 2.1% just in the previous 15 minutes. So guys, what are you waiting for? Pause the video, join my free Telegram group, because this is really going to be life changing and you're still extremely early. So let's go over to the first post over on X. The 4-year cycle of Bitcoin, and we are at the moment exactly here. I posted this over on X. The price movement of Bitcoin is exactly here, and we could expect that this parabolic run towards the upside is going to end in round about 336 days. But guys, we need to have more information to exactly predict when we could expect the cycle top. And in this Bitcoin cycle comparison from all the cycle bottoms, yes, this was exactly the bottom in the previous bull market 2017 and in the year 2021, and we can see that the price movement of Bitcoin is just here, this pink line exactly here, and we're about to break out with this parabolic move towards the upside. We can see that in this chart all of these dots are the new all-time highs, and we are still at the beginning. We just made a new all-time high. Yes, maybe we made 1 or 2 because we broke the all-time high after each other, but yes, this is what we could expect. And if we're going to look at the previous cycle tops in the year 2017 and the year 2021, this was exactly 1063 days after the bottom was formed. So if we're going to subtract the early bull market days, this 2 years from the bottom all the way to the current price movement, with the expected cycle top exactly 1063 days after the bottom, we're going to see that Bitcoin is going to form a new cycle top round about 322 days from now. And if we're going to go over to the charts, this perfectly lines up what I told you in previous videos, that we're going to reach the cycle top round about in October. But yes, nobody can catch exactly the top, so we're going to take profits beforehand. But if we're going to look at the monthly chart of Bitcoin, yes, this is the monthly chart. Each and every candlestick represents 1 month, and we can see the previous cycles. This was exactly from the previous halving in the year 2020, where we had the sideways consolidation before a major breakout towards the upside and the top of the bull cycle, exactly here, perfectly lining up exactly 549 days after the Bitcoin halving. And yes guys, even in the previous cycle in the year 2017, exactly from the halving all the way to the cycle top, this was exactly 548 days. And yes, we saw this breakout and the start of this parabolic run exactly after 153 days after the halving, and in the previous cycle again 153 days after the halving, we broke out with this parabolic move towards the upside. And if we're going to look at this cycle, it was no different. And I told you all along that we could expect this bullish move after 153 days. Let me just correct this price movement. This was exactly the bottom, and we saw this perfect bounce from the 13 moving average on the monthly chart, and now we're in this parabolic run. And yes, we could expect this move all the way to the 350,000 US dollars, because if we're going to connect the previous all-time highs from the cycles all the way with this trend line, this is going to be an estimate and a major price target that I could expect is going to be possible. But during this time, all the way to a new all-time high, yes, we could expect some major volatility, and for that we're going to go on the even lower time frames on the daily chart to find out what we could expect in the immediate short term. Because yes, Bitcoin came all the way to the 90,000 US dollars, and we can see the next major psychological level is going to be the 100,000 US dollars, and a lot of people are going to take profit exactly here. So I don't expect that we're going to break the 100,000 US dollars. I do believe we're going to see a consolidation or even a retracement. So the overall picture, what I do expect in the immediate short term, is that the price movement of Bitcoin is going to break the 90,000 US dollars and rally all the way up to the 100,000 US dollars without any correction. But yes, I do expect the consolidation in between the 80,000 US dollars and the 100,000 US dollars, that the price movement is once again going to shake out all the weak hands, because all the people that didn't have conviction to buy all the way down here, they're going to wait for the price movement to retrace. But guys, I do expect that the price movement is going to consolidate within this range before we're going to break the 100,000 US dollars, because all these major institutions, they didn't enter the market exactly here in this major manipulation phase just to get 100%. No, they're going to push the price movement all the way up to 300,000 US dollars. And yes guys, this is what I expect in the immediate short term, that the price movement is first of all going to break the 90,000 US dollars, come all the way to the 100,000 US dollars, see a small consolidation or maybe even a 20% correction exactly from the 100,000 US dollars all the way back down to 80,000 US dollars, because this would perfectly line up what we saw in the previous bull markets, that we saw a major push towards the upside and that the price movement saw these major retracements of round about 20% during the bull market exactly here. And also here we can see that the price movement round about consolidated 30% to 20% during a bull market, and this is exactly what I could expect. And yes guys, if you're not into the crypto market yet, you need to get exposure, because overall guys, we could expect the major run, and not only for Bitcoin, especially for the altcoins, which are going to outperform Bitcoin. And if we're going to go on the monthly or even on the yearly chart, we can see that this is what you could expect at the end of the bull market if you're going to invest exactly now. Because remember, if there's blood in the street, this is usually a second opportunity to get into all of these firm projects, because yes, the altcoin season is about to start, because the altcoin index is just at 33%, and if the altcoin index is going to break the 75%, this is going to be a major run towards the upside. Because yes, like Miles Dolcher says, the real fun occurs during the first and second month period above the blue line, the 75%. We currently only at 33 on the altcoin index. This is just the appetizer, and yes guys, this is just the beginning of a major run towards the upside, because I made this call on drift exactly here. Yes, the price movement went up exactly from my call all the way to the all-time high. This was a move of 390%, and now we're seeing this correction of yes, round about 50%. And if you don't have the conviction to buy exactly here, because we could expect this major move for drift, and not only for drift. If we're going to look at Jupiter, yes, I'm investing a lot in Jupiter because I do expect that Jupiter is at least going to reach the $10 mark, which is an easy 10x from here. Because exactly here, this is going to be my cycle top price target. Because if we're going to look at the price movement of Jupiter, and yes, Jupiter is a decentralized exchange on the Solana network, and if we're going to compare this price movement of Jupiter in the early stages with Uniswap, which is exactly the same, just on the Ethereum network, a decentralized exchange, Uniswap, where you can swap all of the Ethereum network coins. Yes guys, we're going to compare it with Jupiter. This is the price movement of Jupiter, and this is the price movement of Uniswap. And during the previous bull market, Uniswap broke out from this major range. And yes, this looks extremely similar. And yes, we saw that Uniswap went up 1000%, all the way from the price of $3.80 all the way to the levels of nearly $45. So yes, this is exactly what we could expect for Jupiter with the same price movement. And Jupiter was also launched with an airdrop. That's why we saw this major pump and this consolidation, because a lot of people took profit and rebought exactly here. And we are just before a major breakout for Jupiter because the price movement looks extremely bullish. We can see that Jupiter is really coiling up, and if we're going to break towards the upside, yes guys, I made this call on Jupiter exactly here. The price pumped all the way from my entry all the way to the swing high. This was a move of 32%, and now we saw this correction all the way from the swing high of 19%. And yes, remember what I always say, it is not about timing the market, so don't sell any of your investment. Maybe if you bought exactly the top because you thought this is going to go even higher, guys, just stay in the market, wait, or dollar cost average even more, because you can't time and predict the market. Because yes, you could wake up any moment now and the price movement of Jupiter is all the way at the previous all-time high. This would mean that this is going to be a move of round about 82% from the current price movement, because ultimately I'm extremely bullish on Solana. Yes, Solana is easily going to 10x, and all of these small coins like Jupiter, Drift, Radium, they're going to see a major pump towards the upside, because if we're going to look at Solana, yes, we perfectly reached our price target after we broke out from this downward sloping trend. This was my first price target all the way at the psychological level, the $200, and the next price target we also reached perfectly. And now we're seeing this consolidation, and the price movement came all the way back down to the $200 to retest previous resistance, which will turn into support exactly here. So yes, we formed the swing high, but the next price target for Solana is going to be its previous all-time high, the $260. And after that, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if Solana is going to make a fast move all the way to the $500. So yes, with all of this information, guys, you know exactly where you are in the market. So if you're not going to enter exactly here, because remember, I've been giving you my calls exactly from the bottom. This was exactly where I started my YouTube channel, exactly at the bottom. And yes, I've been telling you to dollar cost average into Bitcoin exactly now. And now we're going to start this parabolic run towards the upside. So once again, guys, it is not about timing the market, it is about time in the market. And if you're not into the crypto market yet, what are you waiting for? Go down in the video description below, sign up to my free Telegram group, sign up to BloFin, buy crypto exactly now. And if you want to find out how to trade on the spot market or even on the leverage market, make sure to watch this tutorial about BloFin. But yes, I've been giving you all of these calls, guys, and yes, I even mentioned 12 days ago that you're going to make the biggest mistake if you're not going to invest exactly now. And if we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This was exactly here. So if you just would have bought Bitcoin 12 days ago, where I told you you're about to make the biggest mistake, you would have been up 29%. So don't fade crypto, don't wait for any moment, because Bitcoin is about to break out from this symmetrical triangle, and we could expect this fast move all the way up to the $94,000. So yes, this is what I expect, that the price movement is going to come all the way to the $100,000, see a healthy retracement all the way to the $80,000 before we're going to get this major move all the way to the 350,000 US dollars. And remember guys, you're still extremely early. I would take profit round about in April. But in this time period, if you're going to invest in solid projects, you're going to make an easy 10x on Jupiter, Radium, or even Drift. So don't wait for any retracements, dollar cost average, because this is only the beginning of a major run towards the upside, and the cycle top is going to be in round about in October 2025. But the most important message guys, be for crypto, smash up the like button and subscribe. And if you want to find out which altcoins you should hold in your portfolio, I'm going to make a dedicated video with my top 10 altcoins. So be subscribed and we see each other in the next video.